Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be a very special day for us all. For the first time ever in this Skin Stereotype series, we will not only be having our very first suggestion, but we will also be covering a champion with at least 10 skins. So thank you to Simo the Sweeb, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and because of his suggestion, we'll be covering Poppy, the Yordle who's far too humble and far too adorable for this world. And, like I said at the start, Poppy is the first champion we'll be covering that has at least 10 skins, so buckle up for this one. And, before we get into it, obviously, just as a reminder, stereotypes do not mean everyone. I have come up with these myself, so please take these with a grain of salt. If your favorite skin has a negative stereotype, please do not get tilted. We're all here to have some fun, and these stereotypes should not, for any reason, be taken seriously. Okay? Okay, time to have the hammer come down. Okay, you all know how classics go, but we have to cover it just so we cover everything so nobody can say,
"Oh, but Legion, you didn't cover the classic skin, you son of a bitch."
So, we're gonna cover it real quick. What are classic players like? Well, there are two options. Number one, guy who has no idea what he's doing, learning the champ, you know how it goes, don't expect much. Or, it's the Poppy one trick who's ready to just ruin League of Legends for you. Like, you will genuinely hate this game by the end of the match, because they're going to be one-shotting you, which normally isn't a problem, but the problem is that you're playing something like Maokai, and you're going full tank, and you're still getting one-shot by this guy. You don't know how, but they are. Okay, so, you have Poppy, who is a Yordle, a creature that is barely over 2.5 feet tall. Now take that, cover it head to toe in some heavy battle armor, with no fear in their eyes, and you know exactly what you're about to get. And Battle Regalia Poppy players who use this skin will go in, and they'll do it with such speed and such finesse, it's almost a sin not to watch them demolish the enemy team. For some reason, I don't know why, the final team fight, they will always nab those 5 assists that leads to the ace so you can win, and they will not say a single word besides GG. These people really do uphold the humbleness of Poppy though. They will not trash talk. They will just take everything in stride. So, fear these guys. Nobody really uses this skin, like at all. And if they do, they're probably an average level player. Or they're queued up with all of their friends and they all have skins that have a red theme to them. But for the most part, not many people use Scarlet Hammer. Do you want a team player much like Battle Regalia, but just a little bit cuter? Well, boy howdy, do I have the skin for you. Star Guardian Poppy players are indeed team players, but with a little bit more sparkle and a little bit more weeaboo. And because they've got that bit of weeb in them, you can bet your bottom dollar that this person will have the anime protagonist persona. And by that, I mean, you are never gonna get to surrender the game, no matter how bad it has gone, because they're gonna be queued up with their friend, with a skin, probably from the same line, maybe Lux, maybe Lulu, and those two will always vote no, because, you know what guys, we might be down 100 kills to 6, but we can still come back. Yes, they have every dragon, and elder, and baron, and every tower, and every inhib, but I think we can come back. On the off chance they're not like that, they're probably just going to be Meteos.
I got him.
NANI?!
No! Oh, my pussy's getting stretched. I did kid him though.
Nobody has this skin. That's your bit. Oh, you're still here. Alright, fine. I'll give you a stereotype. Hextech Poppy players have incredible amounts of luck, and it does show both skin-wise and gameplay-wise. Obviously, unlocking this skin is very lucky, but these guys just seem to get out of the stupidest situations by the skin of their teeth. Hell, half the time they don't even notice the fact that they barely made it out of a sticky situation because they were too busy being like, oh god, I'm gonna die, and then they just get out because that random ash arrow from across the map managed to hit the Lee Sin under tower. Poppy gets away, Lee Sin dies, Poppy acts like, oh, I did all this, and Ash is just like, no, I did all this because your dumbass almost died. So yeah, these guys are really good at like gambling and shit. You might want to be friends with them. This person is probably obsessed with alternate universes. Think like alternate history hub, like he just loves that. I mean, if, you know, you want an example, I would say something like if Luke joined the dark side, or if C9 went to finals in 2018. I'm not sad. But because they like AU so much, they feel like Poppy should reflect that. So instead of being this sweet and humble little yordle, Poppy, and to an extent themselves, must be egotistical and rude. They like to go in when it really isn't necessary, and then flame the jungler for not being there, even though said jungler was ganking bot lane, and this Poppy was at like 25% HP against a full health Darius, who also had Ignite. Yeah, I don't know either. Honestly, the only person who uses the skin just wants to relive the days of the old Lollipoppy splash art. I mean, just look at that. That used to give me nightmares when I had to look at it. It wasn't fun. But seeing as Riot has only given that old splash a cameo, thank God, we're stuck with this version. But as for the players themselves, they're actually pretty nice people, but they can get annoyed if they're camped without any help from their own jungler. Or your disco heat. There's a 99% chance that you main Ornn, but he either A, got banned during champ select, or B, he just sucks right now. So you're playing Poppy and using her blacksmith skin to make up for it. And just like Ornn's Call the Forge God, Poppy becomes the ram that charges into the enemy team, and her knockup takes the place of Ornn's Ram's knockup. Little weird, I don't know. But to you and I, it makes zero sense. You can see the similarities, but you're not one of those fully understanding people. But to these guys, don't worry. It all makes sense. They got everything under control. Top lane's gonna be just fine. You spent way too much time playing games over on playragdollgames.com. Things like Ragdoll, Avalanche, Interactive Buddy, and Starefall. Yeah? How's that nostalgia feeling? Here, let me give you some more. Ready? Webkins, Miniclip, Addicting Games, Congregate, Newgrounds, the old Cartoon Network site, yeah? Remember the games like the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends ones where you could like make your own little imaginary friend? Or that the 3D Kids Next Door game? Yeah. Yeah, how's that nostalgia feeling? Feels good. Go play it. Go play it right now. Enjoy yourself. Okay, that's not a stereotype. Basically, these people miss the good old days of League, or the good old days of League, back when they weren't trash. So, what's your stereotype? This person wishes that they were good again. You blast Christmas music all year round like the pile of garbage that you are. But hey, that's just my opinion. Even though I'm right. But seriously, you're a jolly person, so you don't really care how the game's going. You're just here for a good time. And these people sometimes like giving gifts, so if you're friends with them, there could be a skin in your stocking if you were a good summoner this year, if Santa Braum deems you as such. Or if you're an asshole, you get nothing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of yet another episode, and I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you did, why not drop a like and a sub down below so you never have to miss out on another Skin Stereotypes episode. And again, huge thanks to Samo the Sweeb for this suggestion. You will be going into the Legion 2K Hall of Fame for making me do 10 skins. Next week, we will be doing Galio, thanks to Steve Man, who also took the liberty of writing the entire episode. God damn. I won't steal all of them, but maybe just a couple, and don't worry, I will let you guys know if it is Steve's opinion or it's my opinion. But if you want a chance to be featured, you can drop a suggestion down below, and maybe I'll pick yours. I am going to put a ban, a temporary ban, don't worry, on any champion with at least 10 skins, because I really don't feel like doing this again anytime soon. So for anybody who's waiting for Ari and Annie, you're going to have to wait. And before I forget, make sure to follow me on Twitter at L2KYT for video updates and other things. But folks, that's going to be it for me today. My name is Legion 2K. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'm signing off.